Welcome back to CK2 with a lot of land and a lot of trouble. We've got a major vassal here, the King of France, who owns both France and Italy due to a bit of a misplay last time. Leon is losing their war against the Umayyads, and we also lost Gascon to the Umayyads. There is a huge defensive pact against us. Most of the world, 93% threats, so all of these nations will band together if we attack them. So we can only attack revolts, nations that for some reason aren't in the defensive pact just at the moment, or attack very, very small countries using a retinue, so a standing army that we can position close to the territory before the war starts, and then rush in there and just siege down a single county and quickly close off with a 100% war score. Putting aside the retinue idea for a moment, the biggest prize we could go for would be Germany. And they've just lost that war, and we do have someone with a claim on Bohemia, and I imagine they are in this defensive pact against us. No, they're not. I think we need to strike fast. Let's go for it. We want this person to have land, because then they'll inherit a kingdom and already be our vassal. Now, because we are an empire, that should mean that they remain our vassal, and so we won't get Bohemia immediately. And now we get our commanders. Our Marshal, the King of Ireland. Insane. Plus 96 defense. My god, I thought our defensive expert... Hang on, it's this guy's not our defensive expert here. No? I think he's fallen off a bit in his old age. Or his stress. He had plus 78 defense, I think. Blimey. 96 defense. Literally, armies are twice as powerful. Okay. We get a flanker here. We're not even going to get a chance to lead on this army. We've just got two good people. An organizer. So that's going to make our troops move faster, which is important. We're striking the heartlands. And our marshal thinks this guy would be a good commander. Sure, go ahead. The Pope joined the defensive pact against us. Oh, you idiot. The person who's absolutely crucial, who if this betrothal breaks, the Kingdom of Bohemia doesn't enter our dynasty. And it turns out they've been having an affair. And they have just had a bastard child. This guy's now a ruler, so he gets to make independent decisions about whether he breaks the betrothal or not. Well, he didn't immediately, at least. Excellent student. This guy just really likes, his focus is war, not family. But you know, he's big on educating all of these children, not even just children of his family. This person of Tottenham just happens to be in our court. Duty. Bohemian revolt. Leopold, this person with a weak claim on our titles, is trying to assemble a band to sort of an independent band of people to go on a big expedition to claim the Kingdom of England. So you're going to attack all of this for England? It's not even... Vladek? Army of Suleiman. That's just your personal army, isn't it? That's not even the Bohemian army. Well, anyway, we'll siege down this land here. And let's get our siege leader up. Terrible battlefield commander, but good for these peace times. Ah, and there's the Bohemian army. Ireland just died. They were slain in personal combat. On the 10th of July. So not in that battle. They were slain in personal combat in our attack on the city of Melnik. I didn't even know that could happen. He was killed in street fighting in the city of Melnik in a personal duel by Bishop of... No, he was slain by the Bishop of Carlisle? What? What happened there? What's going on? I am very confused. But, well, this is... We have this child here doing, our vassals love us. We're a great king. And yes, we've got the same dynasty plus 5 pounds there, which is good. So we now have our dynasty on the king of... I don't understand that. Hang on, that's one of his vassals. There. Anyway, we have our dynasty on the throne of Ireland. Baptized by the Pope. Amazing. We didn't get that. Unfortunately, he is 5 years old. But, good luck, King. Right, so we are going to need a different marshal. We are going to appoint Wales. They absolutely love us, but when that runs out, they are going to need a position on the council. Chancellor. Our Chancellor is actually currently absolutely terrible. France with only 11 diplomacy, which is okay. It's actually a big upgrade. And they are going to need a position on the council. Our spy master does need to be someone that absolutely loves us. We previously had our friend on there who just had 1 marshal, just as a loyalist vote. There we are. So he just died recently. One intrigue there. 8th of May this year. It's a shame 2 of our councillors so quickly. We're very close friends. So we could go for Derby. He quite likes us. He's going to like us 20 more as that levy bonus goes out. And he's extremely competent. So, yes. And so that does give us 4 loyalist votes, at least for now. In fact, hang on. Malcontent. Malcontent. We just gave you 2 kingdoms. That's not a good sign. Okay. This marriage is extremely important. We need them to have more children because he's got Gaveltine succession. We need them to at least have a 2nd child. And we certainly need there not to be any... them not to, like, kill each other or get a divorce or something. So... we're actually going to risk intervening. Amazing! It worked out brilliantly. Okay, our guy was able to broker peace. We get a favour. We made his wife like him more. So, yeah, okay, we made his wife like him more. We got a favour on this hugely powerful vassal. That's incredible. We don't need it at the moment in the council, but for example, we could force them to be a loyalist for 3 years, even though they're currently malcontent, and they wouldn't mind. They'll be repaying us, making their wife like them slightly more. Or we could, well, it shows us what we can do with here. Can we get someone to stay out of factions, for example? We could force someone to join a faction. Okay, but that's good. We're starting to get a bit of more control over that situation. And we have a revolt for France. That's not great, because he's just thrown away his forces fighting Denmark, so he's going to have a bit of trouble defending against that revolt. Because he's a very good martial ruler himself, I'm going to get him not performing any council duties so that he can go lead troops, because I want him to win that war. As much as I don't like him having both kingdoms, I prefer those to be inherited by people of our dynasty. Wow. This person in Ross. We're about to get their wife a kingdom, which their children will inherit. Instead, what's happened is he's assassinated us. Emperor Senwolf, who would like to get married. Well, first, Senwolf, you must face the trial by pneumonia. Wait, what did this guy die of? Wait. Oh, this is our brother. This is the brother of King Oswin, the guy that was played before Emperor Eastmond, who did die of pneumonia. Hopefully you don't have your brother's luck, but if you do, goodbye. It's as easy as that. He now has pneumonia. We can pick a personal focus. He wants to get married. He has no children. Sounds like he cares about family. It's a focus we're picking a lot. It's a focus a lot of our characters are embodying, even when it's not the focus we pick. It makes sense. He's also a diplomacy character, so I'd like to go for a diplomacy focus, ideally. Is this guy ambitious, though? No, he's content. Never mind, we're not going to do that. And he's zealous. Cannot tolerate heretics, infidels, or heathens. So we're not going to declare more Germany. We're not going to consolidate more Catholic lands. No, we're going to go out and declare war on heretics instead. How are we going to do that? There's a revolt right here against the Umayyad Empire. Revolts can't be part of defensive pacts. So we can, as a zealous man, as one of our first acts, take back Gascon for the Catholics. Look, there's some lovely Catholic people there which we could liberate, Catholic vassals there, which we could liberate from these Umayyad tyrants. That war has just kicked off, so we do have a little bit of time. We do need to win this war in Bohemia first. And he also needs to survive pneumonia, which he might just not. He survived the pneumonia. Okay, we're not going to get crowned immediately because we're at war. We need to not be at war. So we're going to get rid of this war. We need to seize this opportunity with the revolt, and then we can get crowned after that. Should we appoint as our holy person the impaler, the lover of their hobby is torture, deceitful, stubborn, gluttonous, lustful, slothful? I have never seen a less qualified candidate for court chaplain. That is incredible. Become a counsellor. It's incredible. I mean, he is a mastermind theologian. In some ways, he is by far the most qualified candidate, but that is ridiculous. This Prince of Britannia, our kinsman, son of one of our previous rulers, then, is brave, chaste, diligent, temperate, just. I mean, they'd make an incredible vassal, actually. Are you in line to inherit any lands? No, he's a pragmatist. Well, that's okay. Why? What makes the discontent until June 2012? What? Succession always makes the council discontent. Oh, okay. So for 2 years now, the council is automatically discontent. I see. Right. We have a zealot vassal who will definitely support this war. We have a glory hound who will support us going against a strong enemy. I mean, this holy war down here. We have 2 loyalists that will vote for us. So even if the practice say no, and the discontent says no, we should be able to get that war off. Immediately after his appointment, he says, plagued by nightmares from this woman. They are the wife of a master seducer, lover's pox, super terrible, definitely demon person. I'd burn him if I could. But a vassal, and he doesn't like us as a vassal, which is a good reason to kill him. What's she like herself? Also super sinful and craven. They're just, but burn the apostate. Does he mind? No. Our first king, the former of England, we will absolutely seek to emulate this legend. He's the founder of the bloodline for pushing the Vikings out of the British Isles. That's what this whole series is actually about. We're trying to be strong enough to actually to be stronger than Denmark, to actually take out Denmark. And although we may have slightly more troops than them, currently we don't actually have the strength to go against them. Any holy war, that we would be absolutely crushed by the Yoms Vikings that they've set up. They've reformed their religion. Everyone's together. We're not. So we are actually going to seek to emulate this legend. Now that has turned him from to ambitious, which is the opposite trait of content, is it not? He's content and He's starting to lash out at people. Play the character. He says, he just got on event saying he's lashing out at people more as he gets more stressed. So you found this person, this child, opening the letters. Teach less nosy. And hey, it taught them a good lesson. He successfully educated them. He has, however, become stressed, ambitious, cool. That's a significant change in his character. He is simultaneously content and ambitious, though. We're going to teach him to be honest. However, everyone is annoyed by us thinking honesty is such an important virtue, because basically we're being very rude to people. So let's end this. So yes, we don't get the Kingdom of Bohemia. However, it should be inherited into our realm, a vassal into our realm first, going to this vassal, and then when they have children, also into our dynasty. So how is this war, France's war, revolt going? He's winning it. And they now have less troops than him. Brilliant. And he is personally leading troops, isn't he? Yes, and he is personally leading troops. So that's worked out enough to account for work. Wales, we no longer have any of the bonuses, and they are a pretender and claimant to the Kingdom of Britannia. So that's 3 different discontents. Scotland's discontent as well, because we've lost all of those granting them bonuses, because we died, so no one gave them those titles. And France is now going to have a +7 raised levies bonus, but everyone else's raised levies bonus should have decayed. Yes, okay. Oh, we are uncrowned though. We'll do this war first. One of the other things we could do is spend some of our technology points. I'm going to knock up construction a point, and then we can improve this hospital very substantially. An extra 10% disease resistance in our capital. Oh, they already won the revolt. Armagnac is independent though. Oh, their titles are going to be inherited by the Kingdom of Bree. So getting them under us isn't. Well, we're now at peace. Right. In which case, it's time to get crowned. The Pope, please. Court Chaplain of Britannia. Yeah, that's public information, mate. We're not going to arrest him for it. Donation. An extravagant ceremony. Oh, he's content though, isn't he? An extravagant ceremony is 100% the best play, but I don't know if he'd actually do it. He's groomed. Always takes care to look at his best. He knows about the proper decorum. If he wants to be a good king, he can't have all his vassals hating him. So actually, he kind of knows that he has to do this, I think. All of our powerful vassals that we intended to impress have declined. Because they don't like us. Because we've not impressed them. A gathering of theologians. We will listen to them in the shadows. The sneaky boy. Fostering good relations with one neighbour is paramount. Yes, because he wants to get back on side with all of these Catholic guys. He thinks we should be fighting together, not just subjugating them, I think. He's not about becoming the supreme ruler. He's about pushing out the religious enemies. I mean, the Yoms Vikings, look how much of Germany they've taken. So he's going to focus on that. This is the perfect guy to build himself. This is absolutely a Crusader. Roll credits. Crowned by the Pope. Awesome. Genoa wants independence. France busy with big revolt. Okay, we've got to go sort that out then. Our peasants are working less. We could force them to get back to work and scorn their traditions. No, we're gonna laissez-faire that. Let them have their fun. Another nightmare plaguer? That is an old Norse woman. Obviously they're a witch. Right. And one of our kinsmen has become a brilliant strategist. That's amazing. A good defensive expert. Are there good rulers we could... do you know what? He's zealous. Ship him off to Portugal. Is it going to get lots of power for our dynasty? No, but it will give a powerful military ruler to this otherwise not very competent at leading their land's armies ruler, and help Leon stay off the advance of the Umayyads. This person borders the Umayyad Empire in multiple places. Absolutely, we should send them. Ooh. Send them this son to go and help them out. There's lots of money in trade family with Dorset, but we've fallen out with the family. Could we, instead of going on excommunication war, hang on, who owns Dorset, by the way? This trade post. It's owned by people in the Umayyad Empire who are themselves of a different religion. There is an opportunity to destroy their trade post by assembling a mob. Zealous, cruel. Yes, assemble the mob. Perfect. Anguilla. Yeah, same thing. Assemble the mob. Push out these. I mean, this person is orthodox. We're zealous to be Catholic. Sure, they are. I mean, yeah, we did finish off installing this person in Bohemia, but hey, it's better than the Norse, right? But this person down here, come on, you could do better. Now, we did just give these titles to this orthodox person. Could we convince you to convert? Must be at peace. Let's do that. Let's start swaying you, because perhaps this guy can convert Bohemia and more of Eastern Europe to Catholicism next episode. Subscribe if you actually enjoyed this episode.